That was weird. It's fine. Okay. Um. Oh yeah, that's right. The problem was that like showing the tool used isn't a problem. There's nothing wrong with recipes, but the problem is that the tool being used is like a string and that it's not really easy to tell. Like I need like is it a type? It's not like basically like I need a drop down to like say what the options are. So I make a class called alchemy tool type or something, and then I just I'm trying to think of how else you can do this. I'm gonna look up. Can you make export a selection in enums? Yeah. You can do that. Oh wait, so hold on. Does that actually work? Alchemy tool. Is that? But I'm gonna want it to be actually int. If I'm gonna do that. Do I? No, I want it to be string because then you can use it for printing. So that's fine, and then I want to go to tool name. The tool used. I'm looking at recipe, not that. Syntax. All right, let me look at the documentation here. Exporting enum. Uh, you do export underscore enum, I guess. Looking at cauldron. I'm just calling it merger for now. It does work. I'm glad I looked that up. Okay, cool. Alright, anything else I want to do that with? I don't think so at the moment. That is good to know. Can add explicit values using colon. Well, I feel like my status effect variables is not effect cleanse. Okay. That's probably fine. Plus, you can't really enumerate because you don't know what the effect is going to be, so. Export range. Wait, you can do that? Do I have a separate variable here? No. It makes sense for -1 to be like duration. If it's -1, that means it's permanent. If it's 0 to infinity, then it's got a duration. So that makes sense. Don't really need to. I was like, it could make a range, export range for duration, but that's not the same. Product item amount. That could be a range. Product craft time. $100 craft time. Yeah, sure. That's fine for now. So it shouldn't change any of the values. Did that set them all to 0? No. One. 10. Was it set a craft time to max at 10 seconds? Nothing's being exported for player. Okay, what do we have here? Status effect. Name of the status effect being given to the player. Should this be string name? No, it doesn't matter, I don't think. Effect. It would be probably a good idea if I either enummed this or something. Every single time I add a new effect, I would need to change the enums, but I think that's fair. That might be a lot, though. That might be like a big list. There's probably another way to do this. Do I do like status effect type class? And then... Well, does this make sense? Let me think. Get the ID of the status effect. You get the name. The identifier for the effect and the unique ID. These are like the same thing, right? No, because you can have... I keep remembering. These are different because you can have two of the same status effect applied at the same time, potentially. But if they have the same ID, you don't want them applied at the same time. So it's important that they're distinct. Value. Well, this is where the weird, like, where I'm sure that there's a better way to do it is with how, I have these resources with value and duration. No, that's fine for status effect. I'm thinking of what's it for items. Items, it gets a little confusing for me because let me get down here. This is also weird. I am gonna deal with that later. Interactable is a weird thing in terms of what's exported right now. Is here, if I look at item, so it has the ID, it has quantity. This is like a default value. Hmm. Texture's fine. On consume effects, on consume message. This is also... Alright, let me think. I think it's fine. I just feel like having quantity and max quantity here is confusing. Because when I change the value, it changes it for all instances, so I just am like... Well, the max quantity is fine. But quantity... That's a per instance thing. I think it's fine. Because, I mean, I am properly instantiating it. I guess it's not a big deal. I just don't know how else I would do it at the moment, so I guess it's fine. And none of these really need to be ranged or enummed. So... I think it's fine. That makes sense. This doesn't get used anyway. I might though. Export known recipes. Oh, I have this as an export just so that I can test it. I don't need it to be... It's fine. Why is context menu button a type? Like, this doesn't need to be a class name. But I already went over this. I remember going over it. I'm not going to worry about this. So... I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Let me just check my notes, like I said I was gonna do in a minute, and then cool. Different cauldron bases. I am bypassing the different cauldron bases, as in like having ooh, if you mix these ingredients, but the cauldron is filled with like, what do you want, buddy? He's like at the door meowing. It's fine. If you want to fill it with something other than water, then you can, but I think the solution for now is just going to be to have the, if you want to add different stuff like that, then it's just an item that you put in the cauldron like other ingredients. I don't see why not. I still need to add like I'll just put it as a little to do in here. In the alchemy tool. Nope. Clicked the wrong thing. Oh, I see. I'll just put a little to do here. Add mini game slash QTEs for crafting? Question mark? It's something I keep thinking about, so might as well put it down. Excuse me. All right. And, Interact type or something. Type. What's it called? Yeah, interaction type. Oh, it's a resource. Oh, that's something I could do. Interaction type. Go in here. Interaction name. Export. Enum. I could do grab. Cut. Right. Grab. Cut. Do I just name these cut and grab? I don't even know. These are all arrays, so. No, I forgot I can just quick load it. Amount 6, I think. It's too slow for now. No, no. Do shrink. I don't have any other effects. But I plan eventually to have other effects. I think, so. We'll see. Everything looks bigger. don't think I linked it up yet. So actually there is export variables I could automate here, I think, for like blueberry bush, because I have grab interaction and cut interaction. Is I can automate that because I'm the way that it's set up. Or in combinations, I could automate it all based on the location that the files are in. So I could change these to be the name. That might be redundant. So I could have a folder. Folder called like interactions inside each one of these. A good one would be, because on the green herb I have the combination. Right? Where is it? No, it's on the red berry. Yeah. So for example, if I were to make a folder here called interactions, put these in here. Right, so far it tracks it because it's exported. I could rename these and say like call it like green herb grounds combination, and just change this to be cut. Cut interaction. Change this to be grab interaction. Or it could just be called grab. Do I like this more? I think so. So then the idea is like get rid of grab interaction, cut interaction combinations as exports. And then what I do is on ready, or do I do it on initialize? I think it's on initialize. And I did a similar thing for recipes. Alchemy tool. Here. No. Set recipes. When does set recipes get called? This is not doing anything. Oh, set recipes is called inside the individual. Here. I'm kind of locking myself into this file structure for the moment if I do it this way. Well, not necessarily. Also, it wouldn't be hard to change it. I could just, instead of saying current location folder name, I could just add a variable later on if I change it up. But yeah, this does nothing. Well, it would work now. I mean, I guess I could do this. I also have all the recipes separated into folders. I could search all the folders, but I mean, at least this is actually you doing something now. I mean, I can test it later. I guess that's a to-do. Test to see if this is actually working. Sure, do that. And then oh, it's on initialize as well. It should be on ready. Although on ready gets override, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. There. I would need to put this inside of the set recipes, like right at the end. Oh, so I should be able to merge it in here. And merge functionality with first loop. I'll just comment it out for now, though. If potentially well, I mean, all I need to do for this is I can actually just do this right now. I don't remove it. Instead, what I do is if new recipe and oh, I set the tool name down here though. Which just means I need to do it up top. If new recipe and not tool used equals tool name. There. Do I have to put the ampersand in front for a string name? Because these are like unique folder names. I'm gonna do it. See if it works. Well, if it's set to type string name, it might automatically do it. So let me just get rid of this for a second. See what happens if I just keep it the same. It's just not showing up here. If new recipe.tool used does not equal tool name, then I want to print this. No recipe.product item to display name. That tool used. There. This doesn't need to be a string. Typecasted, I mean. So if I were to go to the cauldron now, still says it's a string. String name. Oh, it says it's a string name. I don't know. Should I put it outside? Like that? Yeah. Ampersand. I'm curious if this will even work. It's working. Out of bounds index 0. That one is weird. This has nothing to do with recipes. Wait, does this not initialize properly? I overwrote the initialize function. Should be on ready. It's working. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was automating, adding interactions. Do I do it on ready? Do I do this on initialize? I think I would initialize this. I mean, for consistency, I could. But I mean, it doesn't. I don't need to wait for it to enter the scene tree. I need to wait for it. I mean, it's in the file system, and that's the important part. So it could be on initialize. The only reason I do it the other way for the alchemy tools is because otherwise I'm overriding the initialize function. And I could set it up so that I'm not, but alright. Yeah, sure. I'll do initialize here for it because it's better practice, I think. No, I do want the interesting. Just copy it for now, and then I can change it up. So I need a folder path or not. Let me see here. Well, the idea is that I get the current directory. I think I just set this recipes folder path. I think I'll just do that. Interactions folder path. And then oh no, but I need to automate it. I don't want to have to set this because this is interactive appliance. So what I would need to do is go into object/interactable. I would go to the current directory. I think would be the easiest thing to do here. Get current directory of scene. That's the resource path. I guess that's what I want. I need to get the resource path of the scene of, let's see here. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Retrieve the folder path of the current scene. Oh no, that's like not the same. Can I just say self dot scene file path? Can I do like scene folder path? And just oh, that's not helpful then. So what I want to do here think about this. So if I could split the directory by the forward slashes and then remake the folder name without the last element. That's my naive approach. I can just do it. Folder path equals file scene file path dot split. I don't know. I want to do that after. So what I want is this. And so then what I do is for I need another variable, which is the what would it be? Folders. We'll just call it path, I guess. Scene file path dot split. And then I need to get for folder in path I would need to I need a counter to do this. Len although that's a function, I don't want to override that. Is there dot count? There is a dot count. Path length equals path dot count. I don't need a counter. This is supposed to be the counter. If path counter mine, what am I trying to say? It's less than path dot count. Do I do -1? So if there's 0, there's nothing. Then they're the same and this wouldn't execute. Which is fine. If there's one item, this needs to be 1 then. Or you could say less than equal to. No. This needs to be 1. I think. Math. So there's, let's just say, I just realized it's splitting on the slashes. So let's just say, for example, the only thing in here is inspection panel.tscn. So then that means that the count should be 1. Path.count should be 1. And then path.counter. Path counter is not less than path count. It doesn't execute. Okay, that's fine then. But I want to do greater than equal to. Because I want to break if this occurs. Break out of the loop if that happens. Greater than, not less than. A count is a callable. So it is just length of path. Otherwise, I do want to make sure I am doing the counter properly, so I want to go at the end just have path counter plus equals 1 every time. And this could just be while true, but I could use the folder. In path here, because I need it, so it's fine. So then I would go. This is just initializing it as well in terms of getting the correct path. So because it's split from the forward slashes, that means that every single section I get, I want to append the forward slash at the end of that string. So it's going to be folder path plus equals folder name, could be dir name, dir name, and then plus forward slash. So folder path. I don't have folder name. It's object name, I think. None of the exports are showing up. That's not ideal. for now, I'm just going to comment this out. Blueberry bush. That is indeed the same as the folder name. So, name of object, also the folder name. The object is contained in but we already have it. I don't even need to get the folder name because I got it up here. It's got added as the, it would be the last thing to get added here before this breaks out of the loop. So I don't even need to worry about that. It's just the folder path. Although / interactions plus this could be a function. I could declare it down here. Call it like func get buff folder get cur folder. It's just a helper function. Use the path counter, use the path. One, and then return folder path. That's this returns the string. And then I go down here. Get folder path. There, just like that. Not found. Or get cur folder. Get cur folder path there. There. So I got that. And I'm gonna break theirs to see if the directory was made properly. So then we go through. We're gonna do a case, I think, here. All file name is not equal to that. Okay. Split on the dot. If. Well, we could say if it's not, then we skip it. Then file name equals dir dot get next. And then continue. Let me take all this, bring it down. If not a resource file, then skip it. It shouldn't happen, but new recipe equals recipe. We're not doing this. We're doing if statement. If file name I'm gonna do a match. Thank you. Match the file name. If it's cut, that. Then we're going to well, we're just gonna pass for now. If it's grab. So we're gonna swap these. And then if it's, can you do an else in a match? Well, these should continue. Maybe I don't do a match. Because I'm just looking for that, or that. If file name. No, if that, else, then we do the should be a combination. If it's not that. Because we want to do that at the end after all of these, so. So what we want to do here is we want to set the grab interaction. Dot equals I shouldn't have removed the comment here. Because yeah, okay, so you load it. So var I could just try to straight set this equals load. And then maybe file name. No, it'd be. This needs to be a variable. Folder path, and then down here, load folder path plus folder file name, folder name, file name. Interactions plus. Oh wait, this time like this slash plus file name. I could just do that and see if it works. And this is going to be the cut interaction. Else I'm getting a combination, so I could check type and see if it matches before I add it. But for now I can just do a append. Could do a variable. Because it's the same for all three. It's do I even deal with this? Probably not. Probably don't need to do that because I'm checking file names. Else, maybe I could do it down here, but that doesn't help me. I need to check if it's got the right type anyway. So how do you match type in Godot? Match data type. check if type of. What does it return though? Does it return a string? Int. Okay. So it's saying that if I were to if type of equals a type underscore. That's built in though. Can I get the class name? Oh, check class. Type. Get class. Returns the object's built-in class name as a string. This method ignores class name declarations if the object script has defined a class name. The base built-in class name is returned instead. That doesn't help me. Is there any way to get it where it doesn't ignore class name declarations? Hmm. How do I determine this without it throwing an error? Can I check if something has a property? Has method. I can just straight up say if result object seen in combo checks if the resource has we'll do it. We check if it's not a resource file. If it's not, we skip it. If it is a resource file, we load it. Then load it, and then we check to see if it has the property. That only that combinations have. It says it's typing. So that's like so far so good. And then This is gonna throw an error, I think. Because this is the only folder that's set up this way. Directory's null. That's not good. That makes sense though. Expected this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of them are null. Folder path is nothing. Path is empty. Because this is scene file path. This is a built-in. Returns the node's absolute path relative to the scene tree. Original scene's file path. Scene file path. Only if it's instantiated as a packed scene, so this doesn't help me. Get path. Turns the node's absolute path relative to the scene tree dot root. Yeah, okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the resource path. Really? Why is scene file path empty? Yeah, the path is blank. Scene file path is nothing. It's because I'm doing it in initialize. I need to be doing it in ready. Okay, let me try. All right, now, yeah, so because I was doing it during initialization, okay, objects interact with greener. Okay, so I have to do it on ready. I can't do it on initialization because, oh no, I didn't expect that. That's interesting. Okay, so I was doing it correctly in terms of like best practice or whatever. In terms of it wouldn't have worked the other way if I tried it earlier. Folder path is objects interactable green herb. Cool, that works. Hmm? What? Oh, because it did it for each one. Okay. Cool. So that works. I just need to change all the other ones to look like this. New folder interactions. Rename to cut. Rename to grab. Folder interactions. Cut. Grab. Cut. No, interactions. Cut. Grab. So, what are we doing on initialize right now? Have and that should be fine. Just do it on ready. See if that fixes it. Yep. Uh-oh. So there's something else I need to update, and that is when mutated. When you instantiate it, it doesn't call on ready or something? Request ready. Does not immediately call ready. Oh, it never calls ready because the node never enters the scene tree. I see. That makes sense. As I instantiate this, can I just do that? Can I just say ready, force it to do that? Although it would be nice if I didn't have to call ready every time. Could do it for now. It didn't. Maybe it did. I don't know. I mean, it worked. I didn't show, but basically now if I... The problem was that if I mutated the object, it was not properly updating the interactions, but now it is. Uh, oh, nice. Size returned. Although the effect never went away. The icon. Which is a problem because I returned back to the original size, but it still thinks that I have the effect. So that means if I try to remove the thing again, it breaks. So I gotta fix that. That is in player. I did do that successfully. Movement is a bit jittery. I still haven't fixed that. I still don't have not an update to 4.4. Every time I try, I just like launch it, launch the exe, and then the launcher never shows up. So I don't know what to do. I'm just like stuck on 4.3 for now, which I guess is fine. But I'd prefer to be on the version that is being actively used for forums and stuff like that. And the documentation. Although it's 4.3 documentation inside here. So. Alright, so what's the problem? I call remove status effects, and what happens? It calls grow player. So grow player. It resets the scale, it resets the camera. It resets the label height. Oh yeah, I need to fix this. Probably wrong now. Yeah. Okay, but that's a different problem. Update status bar. Okay, so something in here is wrong. If it's removing status... Oh, the index is not being passed. That's the problem. I never set the index. We just need to get flipped. Just from my sanity. Oops. Oh my god, I know what's happening here. No, I'm not changing this. The problem is that I have not fully implemented this. I need to do this. I forgot that. Not updating active status effect icon. Fix me. I forgot to implement that. And then here, I don't properly... I don't have the index. Remove status effect. Apply status effect. Current status effect, inactive status effect. I should do that in here. Then I go down here. But I need to do the for I loop instead. This is going to be very similar to that. Except the... Do the same, then we need to basically grow and then re-shrink. Oh, it's gonna cause like whiplash on the camera. I wonder how that's gonna work. I mean, I guess instead of doing that, I could say if the old scale is the same as the new scale, then don't do anything. Otherwise, do it. Break. If it's removing the status, then do that, else do this. Then Break. Do I do the same thing up here? Oh, it just returns. Because why does it do this? I mean, these are all different. That's fair. So yeah, I would just want to. I could say else. That. The label, okay, I see. The label height's fine. I just need to scale the label as well. Already one? Jesus. Okay. Update status bar. Else do this, update status bar, reset label, right, return true, else. Return true. There's actually no point where it returns false. Reset label height. So I need to go. Position is correct. Scale needs to be updated though. I think I just do that. That should fix it. I just set the scales to be the same. I don't want to pick it yet. No. Okay. New approach. It's removing the status. We just reset the label height. And then return. Otherwise, oh, right, it should be update label height. I'm not necessarily resetting it. Wait, which one did I copy? Correct one. All right. So close. It's not anchored properly. Do I need this? Am I crazy? Oh no, the text is definitely huge. Oh, I know why. I want to scale it, and then I can get rid of the unique name. I want to scale it and then change position. Because I'm changing position and then scaling, which means that it is not lining up properly. But that's only the Y position. Wait, that's... So this should do the same thing because I'm only updating the Y position. Yeah. Why am I... This gives me questions. Also, am I scaling the player or the group? Probably just the player, right? No. Yes. Well, then here's an idea. What if, in changing the scale of the player, I change the scale of the player group? That should fix all this wonkiness. Everything attached to the character should also scale. Oh my god, I can't do that. Oh wait, this is my opportunity to fix stuff. All the stuff that's attached to the character is going to shrink, which is going to cause problems, but I need... This is a good opportunity for me to fix some of these decisions that I made. Because I made the... No, wait, no. That other stuff is drawn to canvas, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Never mind. Never punished. Let's see here. Get parent, dot scale. We're gonna get the parent here. And scale everything down. Let's see. Variable. Player scale. This needs to be set on ready. Not at on ready. On ready. Play up. Get parent. Scale. What is it? At on ready. At on ready, dude. Vector 2. Then I need to look for scale. That's not a bad idea. Oh, that's not where I want to do that, though. I need to make it so that this closes whenever mode is changed. This needs to be a reference. It's not a reference, that's why there's problems right now. Oh, that's okay, so I can do that by set scale, set S, player scale equals S, but also I want to do it so that so it sets both of those. Almost. There's just one thing. That just doesn't need to exist anymore. Update label height just doesn't need to exist anymore. I need to change this so that emit effect. Emit effect instance dot scale equals player ref. Do I have a player ref? I have the player, but not the player group. It's player, I guess. It's not ideal. I think maybe it needs to be global. That might be the situation here. Just make it global. So it influences a lot of stuff. So then we go to player. We find the instances of player scale. Global dot player scale. We'll just make a function. Set player scale. Size vector 2. Line 38. Add player scale. Change the function. Well, it's not adding, it's change player scale. Change player scale. Change player scale. Like that. And it's gonna say not defined, not declared. Change player scale, size vector. Times equals mult. Var group scale equals get parent. Group scale times equals mult. There. Now I only have to do the math once, and then I just set it here. I could make it a global group, but I can't really get the size, I think, very easily from a group. It's just, you can see what's in a group. I mean, maybe I could, but that's a lot more, I think. So that's all set, I think. Now I need to go back to effect instance dot scale is global player dot scale. Oh. I'm tiny, tiny. Uh-oh. Those were not supposed to stack. But they stacked anyway. Uh-oh. We've got a problem. Still not updating the effects properly. Like an onion. It's layers. Okay, cool. So that's fine. I see the problem. I think I just fixed it. Did. But what? The, okay. Because that was break and not return, so it's causing problems. Okay. Couldn't see it, but it's working. That aspect. What isn't working is the effect scaling properly. That is not correct. When do we emit the effect? It's not even getting called. Why not? Item gained effect instance dot add item. Does this even get called? Oh, when it's empty. Oh, I don't care about that here. Save. It's fine. But so I haven't shrunk down yet. So this is gonna be big. Now I'm shrunk down. Actually, yeah. Collect items. We update status effects after we collect the items, which is fair. It's fine, I think. I guess it's okay. It's not ideal. A more resource intensive way to do it I could every frame that the effect is alive, check the scale of the player as a global variable and adjust that accordingly. That way it's never the wrong size. Oh, I need to wrap up soon. Do I do it? I think I should. It's because like the moments, like the first time you shrink down, if the effect is bigger, I feel like it would kind of ruin the moment a little bit. So let me see here. Need to go to the effects, item gained effect. Scale equals play global dot player scale. So just do that there. And then here, we don't even mess with it. It's all done in the effect. Actually, I just need to cut. I made it so that this shrinks you. It works. However, it could be better. times global player scale. So it doesn't go up as fast, or it goes up faster. Yeah. The Y value, so it would be 1. Oh my god, is that why my character's jittery? Is because of like... Oh my god, I know why the character's kind of jittery. I think it's because, of the grid. I think like the character's moving on a grid here that makes it look jittery like that. So do I just need to scale everything up? Is that the solution? It's a problem for later. Fix. Still broken. Oh, that's why. It's because of this thing. Just get rid of that entirely. Or, better yet, and is removing status. There we go. That should fix it. Breakpoint. I'm getting moved. Reason. What is the reason? I mean, because yeah, I'm getting like put up here. I mean, that looks fine there, so why is it being all weird? I just might have to set fix me for now. Well, I was like, oh, having the status, like the effect scale be too big could ruin the experience. That I'm like, the camera zooming in and then panning is also gonna ruin that a little bit. I would need some kind of function to like positionally zoom in instead of just doing a flat. So this is a fix me here, or make zoom position relative to player. Make camera position after zoom relative to player. Player position, not updating properly when scaled. I'll just say that. And then I can say, because there was the other fix me for movement is a bit jittery. Note might have to do with scale of, might have to do with, grid, smaller objects, snap. It's because I'm like, if that's the case, then is the solution is that I just scale everything up? Or is there something else I could do? I don't know. I'll have to look into some solutions. Cause yeah. Why am I up here? Why don't I follow? I'll follow real quick. I should do this later because now I'm gonna get ideas. It's supposed to look before I did that. Oh my god, it's because the node 2D is in a locked position. The node isn't moving with the player, that's why. Okay, I'll fix this. I'll just add that as a note. Position not updating properly when scaled. Note. Player group position not updating on move. So desync on scale in relation to group node. It's gonna be interesting to fix. I mean, I should be moving the player group, entire group on move and not just the player. I think that's the easy solution. I mean, it's 2 seconds. I could fix it real quick. I don't think I can really do that on a node, though. Yeah, I made this weird. I made this weird. I just wanted everything to scale more easily inside the group. Alright, well. I see the problem. Interaction initialization. Fixes. Interaction and combination resources for interactable plants get initialized automatically based on file structure, based on resources in file structure. In folders of associated objects. Fixes to scaling and movement Scaling and status effect. More fixes needed. I'll just say that. Alright, short session, but it's work day, so I'll get ready. Still haven't had lunch, so I gotta do that. Probably be on tomorrow. See if I can determine how I want to fix this, because it's a little messy. I thought I was being clever with the player group, but now I mean, I kind of knew at the time. I'm like, oh, I'm not moving the node at all, and then I like kind of immediately forgot about how that was a problem, but it never came up until now how that's a problem, and that, yeah, it's something I'm gonna have to think about later. Yeah, yeah. I'm sitting here thinking about it, but I'm done for now. So